Found out some great news the other day. After an intensive and search on looking for a job, I finally got hired on as a dancer for Chippendales. Woo. And I scored it lucky, and I don't have to work nights. That was better than y'all fucking did. Last year I'd quit my job, and for a long time I didn't think I deserved a girl, so I'd never try to talk to anyone. And later on though, instead of having a pessimistic view on it, I started having some optimism, and I thought, you know what? I could just give the real reasons why I don't feel like I deserve anyone and tell that to a girl that I don't want to be with that likes me. And I could just tell her, I don't have internet, I don't have cable, and half the time, their food in my refrigerator is empty. And if she still likes me after that, then I just tell her, you must be a loser, and I don't date losers. I wish Photoshop, the creators of it, would come out with some glasses that had Photoshop technology in it. So every time I see a girl out at a bar that always posts modeling pics on her Facebook, it eliminates all disappointment. Really? My mom laughed at that. The other day, I was drying some clothes after I took a shower, and I was sitting in my living room, butt naked, watching reruns of Saved by the Bell and eating a bologna sandwich. Now, about 5 minutes into this, I realized that I probably wouldn't be making this year's Cosmopolitan Magazine's Bachelor of the Year list. There's this girl that I worked with, this woman, she fucking liked me, and I was not into her. It annoys me when girls that are into me and I'm not into them, they fucking talk to me and stuff. She called over the intercom. She had a code 6, which meant she had more cash in her register that needed to be picked up. So I walked up there, not wanting to do this, and if you saw my face, you obviously knew I fucking did not want to be doing this. I walked up there, and I started putting my code in, and I got out the money, and she goes, look what happened. She shows me her arm. I look over, like I don't fucking give a shit, count my money, and I go, what'd you do, burn the potatoes? And she got irritated, and she said, are you telling me that are you insinuating that I got beat by a man? Because if you are, that won't ever happen again. Like now I gotta hear a goddamn story that I didn't want to fucking hear. And she tells me, for over a year, I lived with a man that beat me and raped me every day. And my response was, is it that hard to find a good roommate? Now I'm not like for or against domestic disputes and shit, but I hate Lifetime Movie Network. I hate it with a passion. It's full. They're fucking just a lot of women that are lying, and I think that they should have a man's network that do the same movie in their perspective, so we can tell why they really are getting beat. The other day, I told my friend that I called a music store, and I asked them how much chainsaws were. And he asked me if I was high. And I said, John, no, I'm not high. Despite all the... oh, fuck, hold on, I forgot that one. Fuck, how does it go? Let me start this one over. That one. So the other day... Thank you. I told my friend that I called a music store and I asked them how much chainsaws were, and they told me they didn't sell chainsaws, and then he asked if I was high. I still can't think of that fucking word. But despite what everyone thinks, not everyone that starts a Jackal cover band is on drugs. There's a word that I fucked up on that. Does anyone know who Jackal is or doesn't?
Yeah.
It's like standing up here when I was in college doing Bananarama jokes. So, we've had a lot of, we've had 9/11, we've had Titanic, we've had all these horrible instances in our history of people dying. But does anyone remember in 2003 at a Great White concert where over 100 people perished in a fire? That made national headlines. Everyone knew about this. I don't know what would be worse, dying in a fire or my friends finding out that I went to a Great White concert. I'm just glad that never forget slogan happened with another tragedy before that. I'm a little more drunk than I shouldn't have got that crown right before I fucking went out and got crown, and then I got off my... This would have been so much better. I was driving my car, and I got in Nashville, and I got on a highway, and when I was getting up to the exit, there's this homeless man sitting on the side on the exit, and I noticed him when I pulled up to him, he gave me a thumbs up. I bitch about a lot of shit. I'm kind of an asshole with life and everything. But at that moment, when I noticed this, I thought, this is a homeless guy. He's down on his luck. He has no one in his life. And he still has the class to appreciate a nice car. I really hope I told y'all he gave me a thumbs up. Now, I was driving by a high school on my way to my friend's house. And it was 3 o'clock, so all the kids were letting out. And I texted my friend, I was like, dude, there's so many fucking hot high school girls at this school. And he was like, dude, you need to drive your vet up in the parking lot, get out and lean up against it with some beer and wine coolers. Now, that sounds like a great idea and everything, but I was like thinking, you know what, I'm not going to do that, because if I actually could get some varsity cheerleader hot 16-year-old, I'd rather her like me for me. That's it.